So I was talking to ChatGPT about what are the 5 financial things that everybody wants. All right, so these are going to be 5 tasks that if you believe that you're in a good situation financially, you are actually going to have. All right, the first one was an emergency fund. All right, so just having the ability to be able to pay for things that pop up out of nowhere, such as illness, taking care of loved ones, taking care of yourself, something breaks down with the car, something wrong at the house. They want to have an emergency fund. All right, the next thing was being able to have a retirement. All right, so not having to necessarily work at an old age, having money saved up, being able to live in retirement comfortably, not having the stresses of, generating funds to handle expenses at an old age, because nobody really wants that. The next thing was to have money for travel. All right, this is gonna be vacations. This is gonna be living the life that you wanna live. And then the next thing was investments. All right, investing, being able to have money coming in, whether that's passive income, whether that's a business, whether that's investing. They wanted to have those 5 things. And it's funny because I think about it and I'm like, these are all the things that we talk about generating on this channel. See, everything that they're talking about essentially is comfortability, all right? When you are the greatest version of yourself, you're gonna have these items. They're saying that they want an emergency fund. Why? Because they want to take care of things if an emergency happens. What did I just talk about? Money is a tool and a necessity, all right? In order to live a great life, if something happens, you want to be able to say, hey, I can take care of myself, then you got money for that. If you're sitting up here saying that you want to be able to travel, basically live life on your terms, how I talk about becoming the greatest version of yourself. Look at these guys right now, they're playing soccer, just going on this walk in Brazil on the beach. So you need money for that. Traveling, living comfortable, living the life that you want, living the life that you deserve. You need money for all of that. We just made the video. You need to have a proper relationship with money, all right? So if we know that these top 5 things essentially are gonna give you peace, happiness, fulfillment, because think about it. If you have investments that are generating funds, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. If you can take care of your family and not have to worry about expenses, you're not stressed. You're feeling good. Like, you're really feeling good. So money is a tool, money is necessary. You have to run this money up. But I always tell you guys, if you want to run the money up, if you want to become the greatest version of yourself, you need a plan. You need to know how to get there. How can I develop an emergency fund? How can I acquire an investment portfolio? How can I generate enough funds to be able to afford the lifestyle that I want to live and the lifestyle that I'm truly meant for? You need a plan. You need something that you can execute on, all right? So let's start getting to it, guys. We understand that money is a necessity. Money is a tool. Money is a requirement. Money is a currency. It flows. You have to be able to attract it. You have to be able to keep running it up. And you have to have everything. It isn't just, oh, I make money, then I'm fat. Oh, I make money, then I'm lame. Oh, I make money and I'm not in tune with God. You can't have that. You got to have everything. On this channel, we talk about everything. All right? You got to be the greatest version of yourself. You're not sitting up here playing around. You're not letting years go by. You're locked in because you understand exactly what you want in life. You're not playing around. You're not sitting up here thinking that, oh, you're just, going with the flow and, you're trying to execute, all right? You're trying to achieve greatness. And in order to achieve greatness, you got to be locked in. Take the key, turn it, throw that shit away. Lock in, man. I'm telling you, I'm just on this walk right now. It's very beautiful. We're here in Porto Seguro, Brazil. Just walking, enjoying life right now, feeling the blessings. And the fact that those 5 things that ChatGPT is saying, this is what everybody wants, I'm honestly thinking about it like, yo, I've been building that for about, I would say the past 5 years. I've been building that, generating that for the past 5 years. Having an emergency fund, having a retirement account, being able to travel, live the life that I deserve, having investments, being comfortable, financially comfortable. All of these things I've been working on. It's been 5 years. I've been doing this. Like, imagine when I'm 40, 50, 60. You gotta start whenever you're ready. It doesn't have to be you start investing and doing all this at an old age. You gotta start as soon as you start getting this money. I told you guys, once the money comes in, you need to think long term. You need to think about, how can I turn this dollar into even more money? How can it last? All right? It needs to be all money in, barely any money out. We have to generate funds on a consistent basis. We have to have the revenue flying in. We can't sit up there and have money come in and then we just spend it all immediately. How many times do you get money and it's gone? Sometimes it's gone before you even get it. You guys are counting money before you even get it. Like, I'm telling you guys, when you run the money up full speed, you can live life on your terms. You don't have to worry about the stresses. It's a great life. You have to generate more money. I don't understand why people aren't focused on this. And I'm not sitting up here telling y'all to make money your God and only focus on money. I'm telling you that, yo, it's gonna make you feel so good when you start making money and you're in line with everything else. When you're constantly praying, because the thing is, all of this is because of God. That's the thing. He wants you to be rich. He wants you to be wealthy. He wants you to have all that, because if you seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, all things will be granted. So, I mean, we have all the blueprint, the guide, the script, the playbook. It's all in the word. Like, it literally tells us, if you put your focus on him, if you ask in prayer, believing, if you call in the Father's name, like, they're giving us everything that you need to do. It's not complicated. It's really not complicated. I'm serious. Like, becoming successful in life, running the cheese up 100 miles an hour, making a lot of money in life is not difficult. It's not difficult at all. You have to read, gain the knowledge, understand, figure life out, because we hear, oh, they're stuck in the matrix. We hear that all the time. And it's crazy because some people are stuck. I don't know if you want to define it as the matrix, whatever you want to define it as, but people are stuck in life. They're really not succeeding. They're not living life on their terms. They're going to a job that they hate constantly. They're eating terrible. They're not confident in their body. And how does that sound? Like, how does that sound to you? Is that something that you want to do? Is that a life that you want to live? Like, do you really want to do that? No. I'm pretty sure if you guys had to choose the greatest version of yourself or the terrible version of yourself, you're going to choose the greatest version of yourself. So if you're not living the life that you want, that you deserve, why are you living that life? We all have choices. We all have free will. You just got to be locked in. You got to be locked in. I'm mainly talking to the fellas, because as a man, we can be disciplined, we can be locked in, we can be motivated, we can cultivate good habits and execute. For females, not saying that you guys can't, but you guys are meant to live like more of a soft lifestyle where men are taking care of you and you can be in your divine feminine energy, all right? But as men, we have to be masculine, we have to be alpha, we have to be top dogs. We gotta focus, we gotta lock in. So I'm talking to the fellas right now. Listen, if you want to be a high version, a king, like, for real, you can be a king. I'm talking to you, bro. You can be a king if you lock in on yourself and you do exactly what you know that you can do, because I know you could be great. You've had these thoughts, you've had these visions, you've had these ideas. You know what you could turn your body into. You know how much money you can make. You know you can make those business ideas come to life. You just haven't done it yet because you haven't locked in 100 miles an hour. You're playing around. You're cruising through life. Bro, you got to attack life with a head full of steam. all gas, no brakes. Every day you have to be starving for success. You have to be hungry. You have to be motivated. I tell you guys, you have to, the faster you realize that you're behind in life, the faster you can go faster, all right? Because too many guys don't understand that life is gonna run out quick, all right? You got a small period of time where you can run the money up, be the greatest version of yourself, be an alpha, be a top dog, be a king before time's too late. Because the thing is, a lot of people figure it out, or they realize that they're not capable of doing anything and they're too old. Mid 40s, don't have enough money to pay for their rent, light bill, eating terrible, can't take care of their kids, nowhere near the greatest version of themselves. That's because they cruised through life. They played around, they bullshitted. But we're not doing that. Over here on this channel, Money Making Motivator, I'm motivating y'all to get to the money. Stop playing around. I believe in you, you should too.